Good day, and I love you. I'm Heather Peterson Lockhart, and I am the chiefess. And today, I'm just going to share with you a little bit about where I'm at because I got a beautiful opportunity to share earlier with some people like me. And a lot of people said they were feeling the same way. So, although you can't tell, I'm terribly uncomfortable today. I say that and I laugh. Those that know me really well know that I laugh hysterically when I'm very nervous. Like I can't get a hello! How are you today? Mwah! Happy Thursday to you. When I'm nervous, I laugh hysterically. Like, absolutely. It's a defense mechanism. So, when my voice sounds so strong and I look so fine and I start giggling and I look like everything is groovy, it's not necessarily the case. I am allowing myself a transition in belief systems, a change in my thinking, in my feeling, and I find it terribly uncomfortable. It's not the first time I've been here, so I'm willing to allow the process, but makes me feel like I'm gonna puke, and well, there's just no bearings, you know what I mean? As always, for those joining me right now, and for those that choose to watch this later, I would love for you to take a second and join me connecting to yourself, to a source greater than us, and to each other. So if you'd like, if your hands are cold especially, rub them together and you can feel the heat, the energy that your beautiful body can generate, and put your left hand on your heart, followed by your right. And if you'll close your eyes with me and inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Big breaths that go all the way through your chest and your stomach. And if I forget what I'm saying halfway through and just completely kirk out, I'm just going to allow it to be. Whatever. Love me through it. Ready? In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more big breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. I forgot to mention that there's work being done on my house right now, and I'm totally okay with it, but I forgot to let you in on that. Let's ask that a power greater than ourselves be ever present, and we gratefully allow all that is for our highest good, and all solutions and all connection, and all evolution, gratefully so, and so it is. So when I was first remanded to a program of recovery quite a few years ago, I loved being available to the newcomer. I loved trying to help other people. And the thing is, did I really like helping other people? Yes, I did. However, I also liked helping other people because when I was available to other people, then I didn't have to be available to myself, right? And so I was ever available to others. And it was not conducive for me because then I didn't have to pay attention to myself. So when we were at the end of our meetings, we would tell others to be available and help newcomers and to continue to go to meetings. And my mentor would say, except Heather, she can't be available to help any of you. She has to mind her own business. And because I did. And so that was one of the first times that I saw it presented that I had an issue with that, right? Well, earlier today I shared a post about yesterday I had contact with a woman who's having a hard time, and she was angry about the timing or lack of timing in which or the fact that I had not reached out to her. You can read the post from earlier. Anyway, to sum it all up, because that's not the important part here, I had a situation yesterday where I got my buttons pushed and I felt like I had to create a boundary and stand up for myself, and I basically said fuck off. And so today I find myself with a whole bunch of emotions and judgment of self, and the ways that I used to believe were right and the things that I used to believe applied don't anymore. But I'm on my way to a new way of thinking and a new way of being, and I'm not quite there yet. There's no rule book and guidelines, and it's tough. So you know, Chiron is in Aries right now. Childhood buttons are being pushed. And so today I sit and I look at the situation and I think about the fact that, like, you know, hurt people. And I might decide to go back and say to her, you know, hey, fuck off weren't the nicest words. I could have used better words. But I'm learning to be available to myself. And in doing that, it's tough because, you know, this is stuff that I wasn't taught before. And I have not been taught to create boundaries around me. I was taught to stand up for everyone around me. I am a wonderful protector of the playground of damaged children. I've often said that. But I was not taught to stand up for me. And so, much like a good deal of many of my behaviors before, when I try to modify the behavior, I swing like way over on this end of the pendulum. And, you know, I have a hard time finding that middle ground at first. But what I'm doing different today and what I wanted to share is I'm recognizing that judging myself, trying to practice a new behavior that is better for me, is not useful. The judgment is not useful. Trying to adopt a better behavior is. Learning to create boundaries for myself so that I can show up for myself, my family, those around me is useful. But that doesn't mean when someone else doesn't recognize that because they're not there yet, that I need to be like, fuck off. You know. So my behavior and my response tells me a whole lot about where I am. And today, you know, I'm not, well, that's just it. I don't know. I am not unhappy with my behavior, but I don't think it was my most stellar behavior. And see, like that right there, I don't even like saying that degree of, I don't know, on the World Wide Web and letting you guys watch me, because I like feeling in control and knowing how I feel about things. And here, I don't even know how the hell I feel about my behavior. Do you know what I mean? Because it's new. Because before, I would have always been available to people around me. And when they were like, you haven't been available and I'm not happy with you, I would have been like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I would have felt bad. And now I don't. Now I'm like, dude, did you even say, hey, how are you? What's going on with you and yours? Are you all right? No, you didn't even ask. And then when someone just wants to shovel blame my way, I'm not playing that anymore, you know? And so what used to work for me no longer works for me. However, I'm in new territory. And so I'm trying to give myself a cushion today and not be so dang judgmental of myself. So, you know, maybe I'll decide that I want to go and say, hey, sorry, I could have chose better words there. I could have been more kind. I could have been more compassionate, because I do feel that. But I am at the same time happy that I decided to handle the situation differently than I had done before. So, you know, for some of you that might sound really, really elementary. For those that work like me, it's not elementary at all. We have these little conflicts every day, and these little conflicts are the things that become little seeds in the garden and grow disgruntled weeds, you know, that manifest as energetic dis-ease in the body. So I just wanted to share that today. We're all shifting, and then the other thing I wanted to say too is then, like, after I have sharer's remorse. I totally want to go back and delete the post because, you know, I want to appear that I have everything together and that that I'm always fine. And, I mean, not really inside, but you know what I mean, on the surface. So, when I have this tizzy of stuff inside, this verbal vomit, I don't mind sharing. Because many of you don't meet people that share their shit like this, and I just don't give a fuck. Because each time I show up in this degree of discomfort and I allow my belief system to change, and I don't shut myself, I can't even talk, and I don't shut myself down in judgment, then I move forward and I evolve. And then I hone this behavior that I'm trying out for the first time right now. You know, I often give people this analogy, and I should try this on for myself today, literally and figuratively. It's funny that I use those words. I should try it on for myself. Little girl goes into the closet and grabs a pair of high-heeled shoes that she sees in mom's closet. She's like, ooh, these are magical. I love these fancy, fancy red shoes. She sees a red dress hanging up there, and she's like, oh, that's so pretty. I would love this red dress. So she yanks it down and pulls it down and puts it on her body, you know, and of course it's 20 times too big for her, so she's trying to pull the dress on and hold it up around her while she sticks her little feet in those shoes, and she's walking out, trying to hold up the dress, trying to keep her feet in the shoes, trying to hold her balance up, trying to balance herself, and she gets into the hallway, and there comes mom, and mom stands in front of her. And do you think it would be the most useful if mom was like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you walking better? Why don't you have the dress held up? Why do you look disheveled? Why are you a mess? Like, don't you have it together yet? Probably not, right? Probably better that mom observes her efforts and says, wow, look at you. You're so pretty. Look at that. Look what you've done. This is incredible. And mom celebrates her growth, and she learns. She learns through this, right? I seem to lack that cultivating part in my own growth most often. I've had to create characters to do that. Y'all can read about that in my book. And so today I'm really feeling it. Like I can feel myself moving, you know, in emotional territory, in energetic territory, in behavioral territory, for lack of a better way to put all this. And I can feel myself changing and moving through it, and I have no bearings, and I just kind of like want to sit out for a few minutes and run to the corner and like get some hang time, replenish, come back to the game. But you know, I don't have that because I don't know where it is, because it's all new. I don't even know what the hell I want. So I do think I owe an amends. I think that just like I'm learning new ways of communicating and creating boundaries, so is this other beautiful human. And, you know, maybe her words came out sideways, like mine have 1,000,000 times. So, I'm just going to sit here in my discomfort and share it with everyone I know. You gotta love it, right? It's because, you know what, like I said, for those of you who don't ascribe to astrology yet, maybe you just call it, what do you call it before you understand synchronicity? What do you call it? Oh yes, I wasn't being sarcastic. I really couldn't think of the word for a second. You call it coincidence. You call it coincidence that like everyone you know is kind of going through the same dynamic on a different level, right? It's just coincidental. Anyway, we're all feeling childhood hurts now, and we're all having our buttons pushed, and we can learn a lot. Let me speak for myself. Well, that is for the collective. But for myself, I learn a lot about how I respond. And, you know, I want to be learning these lessons in love. I don't want to be hurtful. And when I'm hurtful, or when I feel I lash out back, it tells me that I'm not feeling safe. It tells me that I have some work to do on my own healing. So, looks like that's where I'm at. There you have it. You know what I mean? Hello! Hello! Hello, beautiful Michelle! Hello, beautiful everyone! I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm going to tell you about a couple of nutrition specials I'm running. If anybody has any wonderful questions they want to ask me right away, you can fire when ready, because I'm reading. I don't know what the lag time is in here. I don't know how long before, you know what I'm trying to, you know what I'm trying to say. Shoo. I'm offering nutrition plan specials and 1-question readings for the month of July. So, let me draw a card for us first before we change gears here. Whoa, look at that. I love that when that happens. It falls out. I am spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. That's beautiful. Hello. How are you? This is that's that synchronicity coincidence thing. If I judge my behavior and shut my evolution down, nothing good comes of it. If I look at my behavior and say, whoa, sensitive Sally, looks like you got your buttons pushed. Why'd you get your buttons pushed? What do you need to feel safe? What do you need to do better? And then, do you need to say sorry? Do you need to go say sorry, or do you need to go make something right? If so, then do it. You know what I mean? That's what's up. So, I'm offering nutrition specials on holistic nutrition plans. They are usually $189. I'm going to run them for $144 for the month of July. They come with unlimited text and email support and your first month in the powwow for free. The powwow is the accountability connection group where you get the daily dose, where you get to check in, where you get to meet a bunch of people, and you get to learn and live in love as a tribe. What else? My holistic nutrition plans approach nutrition and the way that your nutrition is all that you take in. So they are extensive. And so is connecting in the powwow. You know, I'm always fueling the group. I'm always giving you new ways to improve your health each and every day. That's what it's about, right? I you know, ever since I started this, I don't want to give people programs that give you relief for 3 months or just hit your goal, take those pictures, and then be done. I want to help you change your life. I want to give you the tools that you don't need me indefinitely. If you want to continue to connect in the powwow, that's awesome. But if you're working with a good coach, you should be hitting goals and moving on, is the truth. You know what I mean? Let's see, what else? And then I'm going to do a 1-question reading for $75. So what the reading will, I'll pull a few cards. I just basically listen to you talk. When I listen to you talk, I hear a whole bunch of stuff. No, I do not hear voices, for those that ask. Basically, I don't really know how to put into words what exactly I do. I can hear your field. I can hear your energy. I can hear belief systems in the words you choose and the way you present yourself. So I can hear the hitch and the giddy up a lot of times. So we just chat. You ask your question. I ask you some questions back. I pull a few cards. Takes about 45 minutes, and that's $75. And I'll do that for the month of July also. I think that's it. Nutrition, reading. Yeah, that's it. Hello. Guten Tag. Thank you. I was gonna say I'll show you my toes too, but I couldn't remember if yes, I do. I can't do it. I'm all pink. I'm feeling so pink. It's so just, I know. It's like a little bubblegum little girl color. That's what's up too. I'm letting me be me. So, I totally want to delete this video now for those that are watching, but I'm not gonna. It is what it is. You know, when we were little, we didn't care. Before you learned what was quote unquote normal, you didn't think about being weird. You just showed up. You're just like happy to be in the game, happy to play, right? Happy to be part of the group. That's why I get on here and I bring my real self and all of me, because I think that's the place to live. I think that authenticity is the place to live. Not the pseudo sculpted, structured persona that has it all figured out. Not to mention, if you operate like that right now through these transitional times, man, you just missing a boat. Shoo! You're like totally missing the opportunity to really do some good work for your soul, some energetic evolution. You know, figure out some stuff that's been troubling you for a long time and choose higher choices that yield solutions, like real life solutions, man. The real deal, you know? Yes, and we are being reminded of it. And that's why, like I said, that's why I thought I'd get on here today, because this is what's showing up in our relationships. We're all being shown where, we're all being wounded, where we need love. We're all being shown, and it's our choice or option to pay attention or to just drown it out and not hear. And like I said, I'm really feeling it today, and I'm really allowing the shift, you know. So that's that. That's all I have for you all today. And I thank you so much for joining me. And I love each and every one of you. And I hope you show up for yourselves today. And I hope you give yourself the opportunity to be real, even if it looks really weird. And let me tell you this too. So right after, so I'm just like, in the heart of my feelingness today, right? And I come out of this beautiful meeting, and oh God, and I go to this, I pull up to a traffic light, and a police officer pulls in front of me and stops traffic, and I can see that it's a funeral procession, and we're stopped for a while, and quite a few fire engines go by, and a ton of cars, and I have a ton of cars behind me. And I wanted so badly to get out of my car and just stand, like, in recognition of this man or woman that was passing. Their body was passing, their family was passing, and a whole lot of people were passing to pay homage to this person. And I couldn't. I was in traffic. My car was running and stuff. And people behind me were getting irritated, like I was just stopping for fun or something, which I thought was like, do you know what a funeral procession is? Do you see the flashing, like the hazard lights, Nimrod? But I had just had this, like, cathartic share while I was feeling really nice, and nobody was going to burst my bubble. But I kind of forgot my point about sharing this. I guess just... I don't even know. I don't remember why I was going to share this. That's what it was. And so it made me bawl my eyes out. I was sitting there, and it just made me cry my eyes out to see all these cars. We were stopped for a minute. All these cars passing to go bury this person. Flanagan was the last name on the hearse. And I just was sitting in such honor, and this man got out of his car and came up from behind me and was like, "Would you please just go around?" Like, and I'm like crying down my face, and I look at him, and I was like, "It's a funeral procession." That's all I said, and I was just like, "It's all good, it's all good," But anyway, I guess the point of that is simply that, like, I choose to be in a space where I allow this much feeling. That's what I was going to say. I allow this much, I allow myself to be this uncomfortable in front of others. And I'm not uncomfortable, And I have a lot of you tell me that it makes you more comfortable being you. I have a whole lot of you men write to me and tell me that you're learning to love on yourself. Women too, but a whole lot of you men. That you're learning to love on yourself, and you're learning to be more kind to yourself and others. And, you know, that's never a bad thing. So I'm all about showing up, letting you see all the real deal is what it is. And I'll just fix my mascara afterwards. So, I'm out, y'all. I gotta lift some heavy weights now after all this emotional crap, you know? I love you. And you should definitely check out my nutrition specials this month. And if you're interested, if you got some issues going on, if you're doing some major shifting and you would like to ask a question and receive a reading and get some, you know, some guidance and some grounding, it can help settle you down and give you a sustainable approach to feeling better and staying on track with your goals. So you can reach me at www.holistichappyhealth.com. I think that's it. I love you, each and every one of you. Have a great day. Love on you.